Hello my friends and welcome back to Coffee Tea Paper. My name is Louise and today I've got some new goodies from Ferris Wheel Press to share with you. I thought it would be fun to do this together and so we'll see how it goes. Now I know someone, and I do apologize that I cannot remember your YouTube handle, but I know that you said, wow, all these inks are lovely, but what I'd really love is an ink the color of the Ferris Wheel Press logo, which is that kind of this color. So I have high hopes for this one, for you in particular. So this is a new Ferritales ink called Tumultuous Tides, and I just got completely like Pirates of the Caribbean and Ariel and Ursula vibes, and yeah, all those kind of sea shanty, sea tale type vibes when I started looking at the artwork on this box with the pirate ships and the underwater with the coral and the fishes, and then the sort of dramatic skies as well. So as always, I will read the little blurb on the box, and we can have a moment to reflect on that. Okay. Cast yourself a sea in a torrent of romance, but be careful whom you make deals with. The cost may be more than you are willing to pay. Waves surge and crash over jeweled depths. Sea foam swirls across the surface, a reminder of love lost and glory gained. I don't know who writes these very poetic descriptions, but huzzah to them, because they always come up with something that's really fun. And so that, just reading that again, definitely reminds me of Ariel and Ursula. And we'll see. And the deals. Oh, well, I guess old Jack Sparrow made a few deals, didn't he, as well? Right, so the base is teal, the sheen is black, the shimmer is silver, and the shading is high. And Ferris Wheel Press reminds us to rinse pens thoroughly when exploring a new ink colour. Excitingly, this month with the ink, they also sent me a fountain pen, a Carousel fountain pen, which is in the colour also Tumultuous Tides. I do not have a Ferris Wheel Press fountain pen. However, at our journal meetup on the weekend, Beck from Beck Writes very kindly brought along her Ferris Wheel Press brush fountain pen, and that is actually a very similar colour to this one. It was the one that I tried, and it had a lovely brass nut, I guess, at the top of the lid where you put the pen in. Some words would be good here. Like this, she says as she struggles with the box. Like this around the neck of the pen, and it had a beautiful patina from where she has used it and handled it, and it wrote really beautifully. It's quite a thin pen, quite delicate, but it still had a really nice heft to it, and I was very impressed with the nib. Now, I do not think this will compare to that pen, because I think this is their basic model, their starter model. And so let's just get it out and have a look at it before we do the whole swatchy thing, because I would like to put, oh gosh, I'm struggling with the packaging. I would like to put this ink in this pen. Okay, so the pen, it's packaged very nicely. Yeah, it feels quite light. It's very plasticky. It puts me in mind of a Kaweco Perkio pen. The one sort of the next level down from the Kaweco Sport. Yeah, so quite plasticky. Nice looking nib, stainless steel nib, nice etching on the nib. And we'll just open it up. Oh yeah, quite a big thread on it. That's quite good. And oh, sorry, got a surprise. And an ink converter, which you would expect. But look, it's got, I thought for a minute, oh no, there's something, it's broken. But I think it has an ink mixing ball in here, like a, oh, I don't know if you can sort of see that. Wow, okay. Yeah, this converter's really really interesting. So it's a, okay, yep, it's a twist. Okay, so and then the ball is obviously there for mixing up shimmer inks. Okay, that's good, because I was concerned about putting an ink with a shimmer in a fine nib plastic fountain pen. So that's impressive, I have to say. Okay, so let's put it all together. Click. Good, good, good. Nice, lots of thread on that. Good. Yeah, it's very boxy, the pen grip. Might be alright. We'll see how it goes. Feels quite light. Yeah, you definitely need to post it to get a bit of heft to the pen. It's got nice silver details here with the brand Ferris Wheel Press, the Carousel. Yeah, okay, good. So let's just pause with me while I do some tidying and get rid of my aesthetic flat lay. Okay, now for the most dangerous part of the whole exercise, isn't it? Let's ink her up. Oh, I'm so silly. Let's ink her up. Inking up. Oh, okay. Okay, I'm happy with that. I think I've got a better quantity in there, and hopefully with some shimmer. Okay, so I'll put that here. We'll just clean this off a bit so you can see. Can't see the roller ball in there, but that's alright. We know it's in there. Okay, so I'm just going to let that sit for a moment while we do a quick stamp up and paint of the ink on here, okay? Colour match is pretty impressive, I have to say. So yeah, rather than doing this one with my dip pen that I normally do, we're going to try out the matching fountain pen. Okay, we'll give it a bit of a woo! Okay, don't do that. I'll just flick that all over my desk and myself. Oh no! Oh gosh. Whose idea was to do this sort of live while I was recording? I'm meant to be meeting a friend today, and now I'm going to go and have ink all over myself. Okay, let's try this out. Oh gosh. I recommend gentle agitation, not enthusiastic waving around. It's not a magic wand. Okay, so some initial thoughts is that it is definitely a fine nib. It gives a nice consistent line. It doesn't feel particularly scratchy. It's quite a nice nib. I probably prefer a bit more of a weighted pen. For me, this feels a little light, but that's just a personal preference. I think we're seeing the shimmer in the ink, but we will write a bit more and see how it goes. I can't hear the ball moving around, so we'll see. Actually, as I'm using it more, I'm enjoying it more. I think the ink is flowing a bit better. There's probably more coming down the feed. Yeah, okay. Okay, sheen, black. Maybe? I don't know. To me, it looks more of a navy. But yeah, tell me what you think. Like I would have thought the sheening would have been more along these sorts of tones. Okay. Let's keep going. What do we got to talk about next? Shimmer. Yeah, I'm definitely feeling more smooth flowing with the pen as I get used to it, and yeah, it's really growing on me. Are we getting any of that shimmer through the ink? I don't know. Right, well, what do you think? I really, really find myself quite enjoying this pen more than I thought. I'm going to admit that I was being a bit of a pen snob. I know. And I thought, oh, well, I would never buy a Perkio pen because I do like ones that feel a bit richer in the hand, I guess. However, I really like this pen, and I don't feel you have to be overly precious with it because it's relatively affordable compared to others. However, the value in this pen is the nib, which writes beautifully, really smoothly, not scratchy, nothing, and this quite beautifully engineered converter, which has the ink ball or the ink mixing ball in it. Yeah, you can just see it going past here if I am moving it around a bit. There it goes, just sitting there. And I think that is what makes this pen very special because I have not seen that before. Okay, so let me know what you think. What do you think of the ink, first of all? The colour, the shading, the sheen, the shimmer, etc., etc. And I'll do a few close-ups, and we'll have a bit of a pan on the ink, and we'll try and get to the shimmer and so on to show. I don't think a lot of the features are actually appearing in the written part. You might need a bit of a pen with a broader nib to get those features, but yeah, quite an interesting experiment, I have to say. What else was I going to say? Oh yes, I'm going to do another video, but I'll probably do it in a separate video just because I don't want things to get too long, and I know you're busy people, you've got things to do, and yeah, sometimes I find with longer videos I have to jump in and jump out across the course of a day, which I don't mind doing, but also there are times when I really just want to sit down and watch something for like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, something like that. But I've got another ink from Ferris Wheel Press to have a look at with you guys, and it's Sweetbriar Rose, and it's a professional calligraphy ink. So this is not for fountain pens at all. No way. Don't go near it. This is for calligraphy dip pens. Okay, and yeah, so we'll have a look at that in a separate video. If you like this video, or you like Ferris Wheel Press inks, please hit that like button. Feel free to comment, because I really want to know what you guys think anyway. And of course, please consider subscribing. If you are interested in purchasing anything from Ferris Wheel Press, don't forget that I have a code that you can use, which is of course CTP, Coffee Tea Paper, which will score you a 10% discount. If you use other people's codes, that's great too, but it would be nice if you spread the love around, and maybe if there's a few YouTubers or Instagrammers who have their own Ferris Wheel Press codes, I would really appreciate it if you chuck mine in there once in a while. That would be awesome, because then I can keep bringing you review videos like this, and believe you me, I will tell you what I think. Okay, thank you, and have a brilliant day, or a lovely evening, or a good night's sleep, wherever you may be. Bye bye.